Have you ever carved a vcarve inlay and the plug comes out fuzzy, crushed, or missing entire details? Or maybe just the pocket looks perfect, but the plug just doesn't seat cleanly? Well, 90% of the time the problem isn't your glue gap, your plug start depth and flat depth, or even your bit. It's this. Your vectors are too close together for the bit geometry and the pocket depth you're using. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to calculate the minimum distance between vectors so your inlays carve cleanly every single time. And I've built a Vectric vcarve Pro gadget that does the math for you automatically. Let's get to it. When you carve a vcarve inlay pocket, the walls of the pocket form a triangle based on the side angle of your V-bit and the depth of the pocket. If two vectors are too close together, the bit simply cannot reach the bottom between them. Instead of carving a crispy valley, the bit rides up the walls, leaving a flat spot or a ridge. And when you go to glue the plug in, that ridge prevents the plug from seating fully. Or worse yet, it snaps off. So the whole trick is knowing the minimum spacing your bit needs to actually form a clean pocket depth at your chosen depth. The math is simple. The minimum distance between vectors is minimum distance equals 2 times the pocket depth times the tangent of the side angle, where the side angle equals half the included angle of your V-bit. For an example, a 12.4 degree V-bit has a 6.2 degree side angle. Your pocket depth is the depth of your vcarve inlay pocket. An example, pocket depth of 6 millimeters. So in our case, our minimum distance is going to equal 2 times, and in parentheses, 6 times the tangent of 6.2 degrees, which gives us a result of 0.65181 millimeters. And so our two vectors can be no closer than 1.3062 millimeters, which we would round up to 1.304 millimeters. Let's show that on the calculator now. First, let's make sure you have your calculator set to scientific. Now we'll want to enter the side angle of 6.2 and select tangent, the trigonometry menu, to give us our tangent on the side angle. Now we're going to multiply that number by 6 and then finally multiply that result by 2. This is our minimum distance between vectors. But you don't need to remember any of that because the gadget I built does this automatically. Let's install the gadget. This works in Vectric vcarve Pro and Aspire version 12 and 12.5. For those of you viewing who have Vectric vcarve Desktop, I've also included a spreadsheet that duplicates the functionality of the gadget, and it is included in the download. So we'll start by downloading the gadget zip file. The link in the description takes you to my store. From there you can add the gadget to your shopping cart and check out. Don't worry, I'm not collecting any payment information from you. The gadget is 100% free. Secondly, let's extract the zip file to a file path of your choosing. Then open vcarve Pro or Aspire. Go to the top menu and click Gadgets, Install New Gadget. Select the Minimum Vector Distance Calculator vGadget file, and a vcarve pop-up license agreement will show up. Click Agree to complete the installation of the gadget, and then if the gadget is not showing under your Gadgets menu, restart vcarve so that it loads the gadget menu if it's not already present. Once installed, you'll see it under Gadgets, Minimum Distance Between Vectors for vcarve inlays, Minimum Vector Distance Calculator. So here's how it works. You're going to go to Gadgets, Minimum Distance Between Vectors for vcarve inlays, Minimum Vector Distance Calculator. A form's going to pop up asking you for your V-bit tool, which supports both V-bits and engraving bits, and your pocket depth. Once you've entered that in, it will use your pocket depth and the side angle to calculate the minimum spacing required. You can also use this tool without selecting a tool by just manually entering in your pocket depth and the side angle of your intended bit to use. Now you can simply measure the distance between vector points to determine if you can go full depth or not. If not, you may need to take corrective measures to widen the distance between your vectors. This is huge because now you can see exactly where your design may fail before you carve anything. If you're finding this video to be useful, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and hype the video. This helps the video and my channel gain more exposure. I appreciate it. So now for a real world example, we're going to go ahead and run the gadget. And I'm going to use my Amana 46473 V-bit with a 12.4 degree angle. We'll go ahead and calculate out our distance between vectors, which is going to be rounded up to 1.304. So now what we'll do is we will create a circle. It will have a diameter of 1.304. millimeters. And let's go find a vector here. And there's our vector. So now we can move in on our vector. And what we want to find is whether or not any of our vector needs to be modified. This one, for the most part, looks pretty good. So when we start getting down into here, we're not so much worried about that because we will round those edges a little bit. Another example here, if we create a circle, we're going to see that in this case, our circle is way too big for these vectors. So we can't go full depth, and in fact can't even go anywhere close. So what we'll need to do is modify our vectors here. So now let's go ahead and modify our vectors. So we're going to use the node editing and highlight here, and we're going to slide in, move this vector to here, and move this vector to here. Now we can use our interactive trim tool to remove those vectors. And if we move out, now we have a vector that we can actually work with. So there's two examples we've demonstrated now. So this is exactly how I dial in my designs before cutting. A few quick tips to wrap up. The deeper your pocket, the wider your minimum spacing becomes. Shallow pockets allow tighter detail but reduce mechanical strength. A 15-degree V-bit will allow a tighter spacing than a 30-degree V-bit. Always run the gadget before generating your tool paths, and that's one step that'll save you hours of frustration down the road. If you want a clean, crisp vcarve inlay every time, understand the minimal distance rule is one of the keys. And now you've got a gadget that handles it for you. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, hype the video, and drop a comment if you want me to add more features to the gadget. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you the next time.